Welcome back to BBB Adventures and episode 9 of the Apollo mission, our bike touring adventure across North America on our Priority Apollo bikes. In our last episode, we left Jackson, Wyoming after getting the okay from the doctor that Mary Beth's blood pressure was in an acceptable range to continue our adventure. We pedaled north out of Jackson to Moran Junction and turned east on Highway 26, eventually stopping at Hatchet Campground. This episode picks us up the next morning as we prepare to continue east.
Morning. It's very early. It's 5:30, but we have a big hill, biggest hill of the trip in terms of final elevation, and I want to get an early start. But MB's still in bed in the tent, but I'm gonna make coffee and see if I can get her to wake up.
Hatchet Campground. It's a nice campground, but holy crap, were there a lot of mosquitoes. We didn't film too much this morning because we were just trying to get packed up and out of here before we got eaten alive. Do not approach bears on highway. Stay in vehicle. All right then, you can stay in your vehicle?
I don't want to go.
Go. Apollo mission day 28. We just left Hatchet Campground. It was so mosquito infested. Nice campground, but pretty mosquito infested. Do not approach bears on highway. Stay in vehicle. Okay. Mary Beth said she's gonna ring her bell the whole way up the mountain in case a bear. You gonna ring that thing all the way up the pass? Big climb today. Got to get up to 9,500 feet. It's about 2,500 of actual climbing and about 17 miles. So we're gonna get our legs warmed up this morning. Boy, it's pretty. Unlawful to stop on highway to view bears. Well, let me tell you what. If I see a bear anywhere near the highway, the last thing I'm going to do is stop. I am going to hammer down. Get the hell out of Dodge. I doubt we see any. So pretty here. There's 50 mosquitoes on MB's back. We are clearly, unfortunately, not going fast enough to keep them off, but we're climbing a hill. What choice do we have? Ooh, lots of mosquitoes. Well, we're about 25% of the way up the hill in terms of distance, and we're doing good. The mosquitoes are by far the biggest problem. The weather couldn't be better. There's not even a tiniest of breeze. It's just a gorgeous day. And it's pretty. Looks like we get a little downhill reprieve. Maybe we can blow all the mosquitoes away. Then they won't find us again. The higher we get, the more majestic these mountains. They're just so awesome.
Go, Brentley, go.
Still climbing. Sure is pretty. Well, we're almost exactly halfway up the hill. And there's a gas station and a mountain lodge thing with horses and cabins. Neat. Well, this place had Mary Beth's chocolate milk. So we're just sitting on the porch of this place. This is our chocolate milk view today. There's worse places to drink chocolate milk, aren't there? How's your chocolate milk?
It's not my favorite, but it'll do.
Well, when you're in the middle of absolutely nowhere and you can get any chocolate milk, you probably should just count yourself on the lucky side.
It's better than the chocolate milk they sold me at Dayville, which was none.
Yeah. Here we go.
You probably can't see that beautiful bird up there, but I can. It's very cool. And I can admire that bird because we are stopped alongside the road because Mary Beth has another flat.
Yeah.
5 miles left of this climb and I had the flat. I guess it's better on the way up than on the way down. We kind of suspect that the inner tube was punctured through the original wound I received on day 1. Wound in the tire. The slash that was there, because I can't find the old slash. I think it's the same slash. Something got in it. We may have to put a new tire on. Thankfully we have one. There's the issue. The tread actually looks a little deformed in this area. The beautiful difference between this flat tire change and the last one we had. The last one we had about this much shoulder. This one, we have like 3 lanes of shoulder. It's a little turnout section that we were able to make it to safely, which is a way better condition to change a flat tire than the last situation we had.
I'm going to cut this piece of tube, and I'm going to try to put this over the slash in the tire, inside the tire between this and the new tube, in an attempt to protect the new tube from the slash in the road. The question is,
how do you make sure it stays there?
Yeah, that's the question. It looks like a pretty good fix. I don't think it'll leave a thumpity in your tire either. Where's the airman when you need them?
Putting the tire back on. Took a while to get the bead to seal, but we did it. Operation change flat tire is all complete, but not until you leave no trace. Pick up your garbage, people. We will be taking this with us. We'll throw it away at the next stop. Leave no trace, people.
Howdy.
Hey, how are you? We're great. How are you?
You guys coming from
We got a car back.
Are you coming from Coulter Bay?
No, we're not on one of the designated trails. No, we made up our own route.
We did the Eastern Express from DC
Yep.
to Walden and now the Transit.
Yeah, we
Staying in where
at Dubois at the church.
At a church.
At
we
St.
stayed
John's,
at
yeah.
Yeah.
We stayed at another church because the first church was full.
Oh, well, yeah, of those kids from Illinois, right? Yeah.
They know our whole backstory. But what you don't know is we stayed a second night
We took a rest.
where in that overflow, and literally we were the only people there,
Which was really
so we had this entire church
To yourself.
kitchen sanctuary.
Nice.
Which is lovely.
Do they provide shower?
No.
Cowboy showers.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's all right. I'm okay with that. I just was
I
curious.
mean, there are shower at the lawn laundromat, which is like a little more than half a mile from St. John's. Which is fine, but honestly, I just did the cowboy thing.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's what we do. It's no big deal.
If
Yeah.
you've never done the Allegheny Passage,
That's probably
that will spoil you, because that is like, it's not paved, but it's like as good as it gets.
Right.
So your names are Liz
Liz and Dawn.
and Don
Yep.
from
We live in
Western
New
New
Jersey.
Jersey. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, you guys be safe. Out there's a patch of snow, lower than us. So we're above the snow. We pedaled above the snow. We're 2.4 miles from the top. And for some reason, 2.4 miles and 500 feet theoretically left to climb. So I don't really know why we're going down. We have, this is not approved. This is not an approved situation. This is completely denied. This is unacceptable. We're not supposed to go down until the other side. I'm just gonna relax and enjoy the view then. I'm not gonna pedal on the damn down. Not gonna do it. 1.4 miles to go. We don't know what to expect around this corner. We're both feeling the altitude. It's 9,200 feet. And yeah, up here, there's not as much oxygen as down at the lower elevations. So we gotta breathe harder to get the oxygen in our lungs to get to our muscles. Our leg muscles. Yeah, we think that might be the top.
This line of high terrain at the crest of the continent forms the boundary between the two great continental watersheds. A watershed is a region of land in which all water drains toward a common river, lake, or ocean.
Yeah, now we go down the hill to find a place to chill and have lunch. There's a picnic area 1/4 of a mile.
Perfect. I hope it's not windy there.
Look at those. Those are neat.
Yeah.
Where'd those come from?
Hi. Doing great. Awesome. How are you?
Doing well. You start out in Canada? Okay.
Astoria.
Are you doing the Continental Divide Trail?
We are.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, from New Mexico. up
Yep,
to,
yep.
Bam.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
We have a friend that did it.
That's what we're doing. A lot
went
of
the other way, though.
cyclists on this route.
I bet. That's brutal though. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. Thank you. We
You can see
bought
ya.
them for this trip.
Yeah.
Continental Divide 20 years ago.
Oh wow.
But it's a totally different trail. It's up on, the ridges. It actually goes along, the actual divide.
Right.
And this is called the Great Divide mountain bike ride. And, it crosses the Continental Divide 25 times or
Yeah.
something like that. But it, just stays on the flanks and takes, secondary roads.
Neat.
Primarily, a little bit of single track. It's the longest continuous trail in the world.
Really?
Well, enjoy your day and your
Thank you.
ride, whichever way. It's all pretty.
Sure, the
good
views
day.
are great on the road too.
All right, you guys be safe. So we were sitting down here to have lunch and these nice people were here. What are your names?
I'm Anne.
Anne,
Gene.
Jean, and Anne.
Yep.
It's so nice to meet you. and was telling us about some of her cycling. Now, you've been cycling for how long?
Probably since I got really into it when I was about 40. You know, I biked before then, but I got into it when I was about 40 and then started making trips to Europe. And it was great. And I did like you. I would look at all of the areas of Europe, you know, particularly liked France, Italy, Germany, Austria, but you know, you'd sort of piece it together.
But you started cycling when you were in your 40s, and you've never stopped, and now you're 91, and you just barely bought an e-bike.
I just bought it, yeah.
That
it scared me to death.
That is.
They're so fast.
Oh my goodness, they're like a rocket ship.
I know, when I go to step on it, it's like, whoa, where am I going?
That is awesome.
But I've got a road bike and a mountain bike at home, and I'm not giving those up. I mean, they don't frighten me. I can jump on them.
That is fantastic. That is, you are a true inspiration.
And we asked you earlier, but the camera wasn't on. What do you attribute your ability to be so active still at age 91?
Well, I'm very active in yoga. I think that believing that you don't have to stop. Like I've had 4 rotator cuff repairs, and the right one, it just can't be repaired again. But I still, if you just keep doing it, there are other muscles and other nerves, and your body will find a way. That's what I feel.
Just don't give up.
You just don't give up.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
No. As I told Jean, I said, I got to come back and do this trip once more. We started out on the Platte River with kayaks, and then found some biking around there, and then we went from the Platte to the Green River and kayak there. You know, you just have to say it can be done.
No, it's just great advice to not let a little pain and a little
Discomfort.
A little discomfort can prevent you from being active, because that's the
Yeah, he says, "You're sure you want to do it? That shoulder is so bad. You know, I'm always, the left hand's always helping the right hand do things." And I said, "The kayaking is good," and I said, "and it's amazing. A little Advil, and then the next day, let's get on the bikes." So it can be done.
Well, you are seriously a true inspiration.
He's an inspiration. He's there to keep me going. You know, he gets those kayaks up and puts the bikes on when we
Well, he's a young man.
That's right. Smart move I made.
Yes.
I always say I've never died, and I've never died in 80 years, so there's really nothing to worry about.
I'm not going to start now.
Obviously not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's been a real pleasure talking to you folks. Thank you.
Yep.
So this is the spot that we had lunch and had a nice chat with these folks. But what a beautiful spot for lunch. We got this picnic table that overlooks this beautiful little pond. Fantastic place for lunch. Wow. This is nice. Oh, unbelievably pretty. This whole trip has just been one pretty place after another so far. Amazing. Wow. Wow. You found something? Oh, I see a BAR in there. Shucks. I know what I'm gonna do while you do whatever it is you're gonna do. Now that we're a bit further down this pass, it's changed again. Now we're headed into high mountain desert. I think this is what it's going to look like for the next few days as we get to Casper and maybe even beyond.
The log cabins in Wyoming, it reminds me of Lincoln logs. Because of the green roof. It looks just like a Lincoln log house down there. The color in those rocks was a bit unexpected. What a surprise when we turned that corner. It's beautiful. I just love how that looks with the blue sky and the white puffy clouds as a backdrop. So pretty.
When the old one's gone under the knife, and I can feel the sun on my skin.
Hello? Hello? How you doing? Valley of the Warm Winds, established in 1914. Free Wi-Fi in Town Park. 23 miles ahead. Yeah.
So we had heard about this church in Dubois. We're in Dubois, Wyoming, and we had called around trying to find a place to pitch the tent when we were planning the Apollo mission, and we heard about this church. It's the St. Thomas Episcopal Church, I think. It's in this beautiful setting, and they host cyclists, and so hikers and bikers. And so this is the room. They hold up to 8 in here, and there's another guy from the Netherlands, but we've got ourselves all spread out. We got our air mattress and our sleeping bags all set up ready to sleep, and it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful setting.
Freezer full of ice cream.
Oh yeah, there's leftover ice cream from 4th of July we get to eat. Yeah. They got a place to lock up your bike in a little shed. So we're super happy. We're going to go to town and get something to eat. But this is a great place if you're ever... And I think this is on the adventure cycling route. The Trans Am or whatever it's called. I think it's on their route. So if you're doing the adventure cycling one, you should, when you get to Dubois, check out the church. The St. Thomas Episcopal Church. We're going to the big town. It's a big night in the town. It's Friday night. There is a rodeo every Friday night, we found out. But I don't think we're doing the rodeo, are we? No. No.
We're having too much fun riding our bike. We got to get up and get at it tomorrow.
We only have 93 miles to ride tomorrow. See? There's a bee that rides a bike. Stay tuned for the next episode of the Apollo mission, where we pedal into the desert plains, struggle to diagnose a noise in MB's bike, and experience a disaster caused by this little plant seed.